Joining me now is Scott Zuckerman, and he is the head of Wexford Financial Strategies. We met recently at the Special Needs Expo. I am so happy to have him here. Hello, my friend. How are you?
Hi, Donna. How are you?
Good. Now tell us about Wexford. How did that start for you?
Well, how did it start is a long story because that goes back 10 years 10 plus years when I came into the financial services industry. But I started Wexford Financial Strategies 3 years ago. And it was just a vision that I had to provide a unique experience to our clients that you don't really find out in the world anymore, at least from my standpoint, when dealing with people's money, their financial lives, and the decisions they make.
Now, how did you get people to trust you? Because you're young. So sometimes, right? What was that challenge like for you, and how do you overcome that?
Yeah, when I started in the business, I was 26 years old. And my father actually said to me, "You're 26 years old. Who the heck's going to talk to you about their money, and how are they going to trust you?" And I said, well, when there's a will, there's a way. And I started my first business at age 13. So I've been an entrepreneur pretty much my entire life. And when I set my mind to something, I make sure that I accomplish it and I'm successful. And I'm great face to face. So I knew that if I was going to earn people's trust, they needed to look me in the eye. I needed to look them in the eye. And there needed to be some type of immediate comfort level. And I built my business networking.
You did. Person by person.
Person by
smile by
person.
smile, handshake by handshake.
Handshake by handshake. We've done some work together. Who else do you know that I can help? And that was how I did it. And I also formed very great strategic alliances with some accountants and attorneys, and that really helped build my business as well.
Now you're at a position where you're able to give back. And you give back, you're very generous, you're very kind, but tell us why you decided to help the special needs community, Scott. What was that moment for you?
Well, my family has been entrepreneurial. We, as a family, raise over $250,000 a year for Diabetes Research Institute. And both my father and sister are juvenile diabetics. And so I've been around philanthropy my entire life. And when I got involved in financial services, one of my very first clients has a son with Down syndrome. And it really forced me to step up my game instantaneously right from the get-go. And from that led me to sit on a board of directors for a local charity building playgrounds for fully accessible playgrounds. And we built our first multi-million-dollar playground in Eisenhower Park, actually. And from that, I realized, these people, everyone needs help. But these people specifically, and when I say these people, I mean the special needs community, really don't know who to turn to, who they can trust, where they're going to get valuable information, and especially when it comes to the financial aspect of things. So I started to take some college-level courses to really learn the nitty-gritty, the ins and outs of working in the special needs community and financial planning. And that was really how it happened. I did grow up with an uncle who, back in the day, there was no such thing really as diagnoses like there are today. You were just different. And he had special needs, and I saw what my family went through, both financially and emotionally. And that also had a big part to do. That had a big piece to do with why I chose to go into.
It was a calling for you.
It absolutely was.
Do you remember I told you in the green room that I live in the land of serendipity?
Yes.
And like magical things happen to me all the time?
Yeah.
When you just mentioned that Eisenhower Park thing, I'm the girl that did the rendering for that. I'm the person that when they had the pictures of the playground equipment in order to do the fundraising, did the drawing of the map of where all of that went. I was there at the groundbreaking.
Oh, that's awesome.
Isn't that
we
crazy?
were in the same place and
Didn't
didn't
even
know.
know. Both
Yeah.
both using our talents and our treasure and our opportunity to work on that. So when you said the playground, I said, I know exactly what he's talking about. I know exactly the alligator thing. Because when you look at that playground, it doesn't look like a typical playground because the things are for people to be able to swing if they're in a wheelchair. It's phenomenal,
Yeah,
Scott.
and the idea also behind the playground is that it's not just about special needs. It's about inclusion.
Yes.
And that's where
Everybody.
the special needs community has changed dramatically. Whereas it used to be segregation, it's now all about inclusion. So that's part of what we talk about, even on the planning side.
So fantastic. And now you're bringing financial services to that particular group as well, because you're able to take products that maybe once weren't for people that have special needs and explain to them how it works so that it can be to their benefit.
Absolutely.
That's wonderful. Yay, Scott. Yay. You're cool. You're just cool. So thanks you for spending a little bit of time with us, because I wanted to get to know you. I wanted to showcase you and highlight you because we met at that festival. And I wanted to let people know that you're there, that they can trust you, they can work with you, and you're there to make a difference.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you. Live It Up seal of approval for you. Go Wexford. Okay, stay tuned for more on Live It Up. We hope you enjoyed this segment. We'd love to hear from you. You can reach out to us at liveituptvshow.com. Thank you.